Fox. Just kind of given the history of these two teams, just what's the sense of accomplishment to send them into the offseason and you guys move on a little bit?
Oh, I mean, we're worried about us. So obviously, this team beat us last year in the playoffs, and I mean, it feels good to win this game. But we know we have to go on the road and win another one for us to, I mean, accomplish the first step in our goal.
Fox, first off, congrats on being the steals leader for the season. Keon Ellis' performance that he put in his first major postseason game, and he had that kind of night guarding Steph Curry. Just your assessment of his whole story to get to this point.
Yeah, man, Keon, he's been great for us. I mean, even in his spot minutes before he earned the starting spot, I mean, he's everybody's seeing him develop right in front of their eyes, and he's not afraid of the moment. He's not afraid of the moment at all. I was like, man, I couldn't imagine playing in college against him and Herb Jones on the same team in college. I'm like, man, that would be sick for whoever they're guarding. But nah, man, he's stepped up to the plate. He stepped up to the plate. He's been ready, and I'm glad that people are seeing that. And I mean, he's helped our team. He's helping our team win. Obviously, when I was out and he was starting, he played a lot more point guard. And now, getting to play together definitely helps our team a lot.
De'Aaron, you guys were winning on the margins in the first half with second chance points and fast break points, but you still went to halftime with only a 4-point lead. Just curious what your mindset was going into halftime, coming out in the third quarter, and obviously what your mindset was scoring 13 points against a team that you know performs well in the third quarter.
I mean, continue to win the possession game. You know, like you said, we were getting offensive rebounds. We only go up 4. At the end of the day, you look at that and you're in a good spot. You continue to try to do that. You continue to try to pound the offensive glass and get yourself extra possessions, and we did that. I think we did that throughout the entire night. We were able to cause turnovers, get out in transition. Obviously, Mike talks about the possession game a lot, and I think pretty sure we dominated the possession game today. So it was good for us.
How much do you feel like Keegan being that aggressive helps you guys, and do you feel like this was sort of a peek into his offensive potential?
Yeah, man, we ask Keegan to be aggressive all the time. Obviously, Keegan's a different guy, and y'all see that. But I mean, we want him to go out there. We tell Keegan not to smile because every time he smiles, he misses. So we want him to go out there. We want him to be aggressive, and he stayed aggressive from the jump, and that's always going to be good for us. And I mean, the more guys that you have that can score the ball, and obviously, like, we went to HB a lot down the stretch, so us being able to do that and being able to have that many guys who can go get a bucket, that makes your offense that much more dynamic. And with the way that we were guarding today, I think that makes us a tough team to beat.
Speaking about the defense you just talked about, was this the best defensive performance against a quality opponent like the Warriors that you've seen in the past 2 years under Mike?
Nah, I think our best defensive game. I mean, it's definitely up there. I think the game against Milwaukee here was definitely our best defensive game, I feel like, of the season. But this game is definitely up there. I mean, we held them to, I think they had 76 going into the fourth quarter, so basically 25. Damn. Basically 25 points a quarter. You do that, man, you put yourself in a great position to win. And then on top of that, we have a great defensive quarter in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, it's definitely up there for one of our better defensive games.
Fox, obviously the Pelicans have had you guys' numbers this year, and but what is your confidence level going into this game?
I mean, I'm confident in this team. I feel like, especially showing tonight, I feel like we came out and we were ready to play. Obviously, we know what's on the line, but this is just another, obstacle in our way. We have to get over this hump. Obviously, we losing to this team last year, and then obviously facing this team now, it was like, of course, we had to face this team. But at the end of the day, that's how the chips were laid. That's how the chips laid, and I mean, we made our own bed. So getting over that hump, losing to this team already 5 times in a row, it's like, man, it's put up or shut up. Are we gonna let this team beat us 6 times to make it to the playoffs, or are we gonna get over that hump? So it's on us now.
De'Aaron, you spent a ton of time with Keegan all summer long. You've been with him for his first 2 years. How cool is it to see him have a moment where he just sort of became the players that you guys need him to be?
It's been great, man. Just seeing his development and how different he's been. I mean, he hasn't changed like a whole lot. He talks to us a lot more than he did when he first got in the league. But I mean, just seeing him come out of his shell, and then also on the court coming out of his shell as well, knowing that it's crazy because he actually changed his game a lot from college to the pros, and then last year, obviously, him just being more of a shooter, more of a movement shooter. but he worked on his game a ton. We played a lot of one-on-one. He got more comfortable dribbling him the ball and creating his own shot, coming off DHOs and things like that. And just seeing that happen, obviously we want to see it on a consistent basis. But just seeing that come to fruition, seeing the work that he put in all summer, especially on a big moment like this, it's definitely great to see. So, I mean, I think he still has levels to unlock in his game, and I think he'll be a great player in this league.
De'Aaron, you've been one of the voices that's really reinforced like what Mike wants and says about playing defense. Can you just reflect kind of on how you guys have gotten here, how big like Keon and Davion's like reemergence, like how those things have been a factor, and just what just how it changes you guys maybe going forward right now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think after the All-Star break, we've been a better defensive team, and then obviously when guys go down, it's hard to just fill in that type of scoring. Two guys who basically average 15 points, 30 points a game gone. It's like, where does it come from? But I think since they've been out, and obviously having someone like Keon step into the starting lineup and being able to guard the best guys in this league and doing a great job on guys as well, definitely helps us as a whole. And then obviously Keegan's been a much better defender this year. I've gotten better defensively this year. Domas is guarding better. Like as a team, I think we've all gotten better defensively, but just the way that Keon, Davion, and Keegan have been guarding this year, I think is the main reason why our defense took that step forward. And obviously now, with two of our guards out, you're seeing Keon and Davion playing much more minutes. And I think the question against them all the time was, what can they do for us offensively? Like everybody's like, we know what they can do for us defensively, and they're giving it to us on both ends. So it's been great, but like I said, man, we have another level that we have to reach.
With Clay heading to free agency for the Warriors this offseason, do you think you guys ended that chapter in the Warriors' history with the combo of Clay and Steph and Draymond?
Oh, that's the question, man. I don't know. That's obviously, I think their Dynasty started in, 15, 14? I was a sophomore in high school, man. So I was a sophomore in high school watching them win championships, and then they actually won the championship my first year in the league. Then they won a championship my 5th year in the league. So we've been watching this team for a long time, and I think they've been great for the sport. They've been great for the basketball world. Obviously, you see the value of the Warriors skyrocketed in the 2010s. But I can't answer your question. I don't know. But man, we've all been watching this team for a long time. So there's if it is the end, it is what it is. I'm glad we were able to beat this team at this moment. But they've definitely had a hell of a run if this is the end.